Hey you guys, it's Alex with Forever Flawless Lips. I wanted to jump on and do a video about finding balance with LipSense and kind of touch on if you're a mom, finding balance with it, or if you're working, things like that. So joining LipSense is a blast. Like, it is so much fun. I've been doing it for 3.5 months. I'm about to qualify for my car. I have a team of 40 women. Exactly, I hit 40 women last night. It is just so much fun. Like, it is just a blast. But a lot of people I find have the struggle of life balance with it because it can be all consuming. Working from home can be all consuming. Having your business from home can be all consuming, especially when it's social media, things like that. So I kind of wanted to talk about how do you find a balance with it. And so basically, and I've talked about this in past videos, time blocking is a great way to set aside time that's specifically intended for LipSense and time specifically set aside for your kids or time specifically set aside for other things that need to happen. So for me personally, as a mom with my little tinies, what I have found that works is I have one of my daughters in school, like part-time. It's a school. I say school because it's really a daycare, but they call it a school. 2 days a week for 3 hours. That gives me some time to just really focus on business. My younger one, I just hang out with her. She's younger, so she just kind of hangs out and chills. And so I get work done during that time. But the question is, what if you're not a stay-at-home mom? What if you have a job? I feel like that's almost easier to sell because you're out talking to people. You can drink your coffee mug or drink your drink and your lip stuff doesn't come off. And you can talk about the product to other women. When we're a stay-at-home mom, it's like, well, I don't really, unless you're like super active with like other mom friends or activities, you're kind of just at home all the time. So I'm going to start with finding the work balance when you have a job. So number one, you need to focus on your job, because that is your main source of income, I'm assuming, that you need. And so I would say make sure that you are focused at work and that you're doing a good job. It is totally fine, in my opinion, to talk about LipSense at work, talk about Synergen's products at work, show how great they are, show how they work. Even talk to some of those women about hosting a party. Talk to some of those women about doing a book-a-bag. Try to push the book-a-bag to women that you are at work with. That way they can try before they buy. That's a great way to move product, having a job. But then what do you do when you have the social media side of things? Well, it's great because you're getting up and you're getting ready every day. So you can always take a selfie and post it in your group or share the lip color that you're wearing. Things like that, where as a stay-at-home mom to get up and actually do our makeup is sometimes doesn't always happen. But if you have a job, you can. And you can hand out your business cards, you can take selfies, you can post a picture at work, if you're drinking something and say, hey, look, I don't have any lipstick on my mug. Those are great ways to kind of sell at work. You can also do a party with the women from work and do it that way. I have a lot of women who work full time and don't really do this outside of work. They just, on their lunch hour, talk to other women, or in passing, they talk to other women. And that's kind of how they sell. And so that's a great way to do it at work. And then just honestly setting aside, I think, half an hour every night just to focus on answering Facebook messages, posting on Facebook, responding to comments, things like that, messaging people, following up with orders, whatever you need to do. And it's always good to have a list of what you need to do and what you need to focus on. And doing things like that. And just kind of, I have a thing for my team that I've posted. It's like 31 days of social media, like what you could post for every single day for 31 days. So you don't even have to think about it. And it's a variety of things. So you're not posting selfies every day, or you're not posting sales stuff every day. So it's kind of a mix of stuff. But there's different ways to do it that way. And then having like 1 or 2 days where you just ship orders is a good thing to do when you're working full time, because you don't want to come home and ship orders all the time. But it's like, okay, Saturday mornings, that's my hour to ship out orders, or Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings. Those are my times where I'm going to dedicate to shipping out orders. And as things start to increase and business starts to grow, hire someone to clean your house. It's not a bad thing. You're providing for them. You're helping them with their business. You're that's their job, you know? So it's like you can hire someone to help you out that way. Hire someone, a nanny one night a week, things like that, or one day a week on Saturdays for a couple hours, you know? It's not a bad thing to reach out to someone for help. If you are married, ask your husband, you know? And if he's not supportive, then in my opinion, I'm like, let that drive you to prove him wrong, you know, kind of thing. My husband is supportive, so I can't speak on that. So if your husband's not supportive, I'm so incredibly sorry. I cannot imagine how hard that is. But I'm always the kind of person, if someone doesn't believe in me, I'm going to prove them wrong. You know, that's just always been my mentality, and that's just me personally. And now, kind of for stay-at-home moms, I feel like it's hard because you have your two tinies, and then there's always that guilt of feeling like you're not dedicating enough time to your kids, or even if you work full-time and then you come home and you're trying to focus on LipSense, there's kind of that struggle of like, sometimes there's just guilt. Like you feel like you should be spending more time, you should be more devoted to your kids, you should be, you know. And so for me, the way I do things personally and the way I have found it to work is I do either the daycare, which we actually just withdrew her recently because we're moving, hopefully. And so we kind of just want to keep things as calm as possible till we figure out what's going on. But basically for us, it's the way we do things is I do it during their nap time. And my oldest one, she doesn't nap, so we have quiet time where I put her either like in the playroom and give her a book, or I lay her in my bed and she just hangs out with me. We just have quiet time, and I spend an hour taking care of stuff, responding to stuff, getting some work done, getting things going. And that's how we do things here personally. I spend time packaging orders and doing parties. I only do those in the evening when my husband can watch the girls. And if he can't watch them and I have stuff to do, I ask my parents or a friend to come hang out with them at the house just for a short amount of time so I can get some of the stuff I need to get done. I know women who are like really, really, really successful with this hire a nanny, or who have the finances hire a nanny to come in and just like hang out with them for, you know, like one day a week to give them that attention. And that's always a possibility too. If you have the finances to hire a nanny 1 to 2 days a week to come hang out, I think that's great. But I do think there has to be balance. Like, I think time blocking, like I'm going to spend this time doing LipSense and that's it. And then I'm going to put my phone away for dinner, for bedtime routines. Between these hours, my phone I am not responding to anything regarding LipSense. I think it's important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Sometimes I have to turn my phone off and go put on like a mud mask and just like get in the shower and just be in there for an hour and just like be left alone and just relax. Like, I think it is so important to have like self-love and self-care and taking care of yourself and being with your family and enjoying those around you and being present when you need to be present, and not being with your kids and being like, I gotta do this, and, you know, make notes and take care of it later. It can always wait. Sorry, my dogs. Things can always wait. Like, things can always wait. Unless it's like a customer who's furious and pissed, I would say take care of that. But if it's anything else, it's like everything can always wait. The world's not going to come to an end if you put your phone away for an hour just to be with your family or to just relax and watch a movie or something like that. So be sure to take care of yourself. Be sure to time block, manage your time. Make sure that you're putting what needs to be put first, and making sure that you're making LipSense work for you. That's the joys of working from home, is you can make your own schedule and be your own boss. And so it's like, just figure out what works for you, and how much time you need to put into things and how much time you don't need to put into things. Getting started is always the most time consuming because you're doing your Facebook page, you're doing, you know, you have a lot of stuff to get done to get up and running. But once you're up and running, then it's just maintaining and like posting and responding. So that's the fun part, is once you're like set up and things are actually going. So that's my 2 cents. Just make sure that, you know, like we all go through the guilt and the frustration of trying to figure out how to do this, especially if you're new, especially if this is your first like MLM working from home. It's hard to figure out how to balance and how to make it work for you and how to make your time work for you. But the encouraging piece is it does happen, and things you start to learn and you grow, and it all kind of falls into place. And especially if you have a super solid team and a super solid upline, it all just kind of falls into place and you can really figure it out and do it well. So that's my 2 cents for managing your time and learning to do the LipSense and do it successfully. My email's foreverflawlesslips@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you need any advice, feel free to reach out to me. If any of you want to sign up and join our team that is just amazing and killing it, my distributor is 306249. Feel free to email me, contact me. I'm happy to talk with you prior to you signing up if you'd like to. But yeah, thanks you guys so much.